guys, what's up? This is Lauren and we are at Gatorland Orlando to check out their Gators, Ghosts, and Goblins event. Let's go inside and see what's going on. And over by the food area, we have a little photo op. It says Florida's best Halloween value, and it got Gators, Ghosts, and Goblins. And it tells you the dates. And of course, we got the Gators. Gatorland is full of Gators. I would hope so. They got this cool thing over here. Feed the baby Gators. 3 for $5 is the starting price. And $20 you can get a lot more of those. Only feed the 2 to 4-year-old and the 3 to 5-year-old Gators. Not the big ones, please. Yeah, not the big ones. Please don't leave the area with our fishing poles, and please do not put your kids on the railings. That would not be good. That's right over here. And the Gators that you feed are over here. And then the ones that are over on the side.
The Director of Media Relations here at Gatorland, Gatorland's Gator Expert. I want to welcome you here to Gatorland for our 7th annual Gators, Ghosts, and Goblins. Great event that we have here year after year. Like I said, our 7th year doing it, and it just keeps getting better and better year after year. So we cannot wait to showcase some of what's going on here for our event. Now again, this is a daytime weekend event starting this weekend, this Saturday, and going through the next 3 weekends here. So a lot of fun for all guests that come in, people that want to come and see it, and it's probably the best value of any Halloween event we have here in town, guys. Florida residents can get half off to come here to Gatorland and see this event. So it is a great time, and it's just an amazing, amazing event. And honestly, we can't thank y'all enough for showing up here this morning and showcasing this for us. Without y'all, we couldn't do what we do, and we appreciate you guys putting us out there, Gatorland. Again, Gatorland's been around since 1949, 76 years. We're the leaders in alligator education and safety, but we're more than just alligators, as you're going to see here with our Gators, Ghosts, and Goblins event here. But kind of fun festivities, something that's been around here at Gatorland for a long time. We have 2 characters that have been trying to get a job here at Gatorland for the longest time here. I want to welcome Bubba and Cooter. Bubba and Cooter, where are you? Has anybody seen Bubba and Cooter? Give a big round of applause for Bubba and Cooter here. So Bubba and Cooter, if you don't know the history of Bubba and Cooter here, Bubba and Cooter are super fans of Gatorland. Have been trying to get a job here for a long time. I think they secretly live on property and don't let us know that they live here. But they just keep showing up day after day, and we got to give them a try. But because it's Halloween, because it's our Gators, Ghosts, and Goblins event here, alligators love pumpkins. And I don't know if you all seen it before here, but we're going to do a little pumpkin toss for our alligators. But we got to entice them first. So of course we're going to give them what they really love, some chicken. So Bubba Cooter, come on down here. All right. Woo, there you go. That's a good jump right there. All right, now, jumping is a natural behavior for alligators here. And it's probably pretty scary down there at the end there, some of these alligators. So we'll get a few pieces of chicken, and then... There you go. All right, Bubba Cooter, let's get a couple more pieces of chicken. That's what's going on. All right, let's try those pumpkins right there. All right, now pound for pound alligators have one of these. This is something we do year after year. It's a nice enrichment for these alligators and crocodiles here at Gatorland. To get that pumpkin, we do some water happening during the weekends there. Guests can pay, come on in, enjoy this event, enjoy the festivities. We're gonna have a costume parade for the kids. We're gonna have trick-or-treat stations so the kids can get some candy. And so, oh, you're missing them. Cooter, you're not doing very good at trying to get a job here at Gatorland.
And over here is where they keep the really, really big Gators. And just to mention, this is Lyle. Apparently he's the biggest animal in the park. Don't want to be in the water here with him.
This is a year old. Okay. Yep.
Right now we're headed into one of the kind of scare walks. Got like cobblers over here, pumpkins.
Kill bugs because you don't know what you're doing. What? I mean, look at this. Now I gotta work overtime because you don't know what you're doing.
Whatever, whatever.
Oh my gosh. Ridiculous. I'll go get you some. Oh my. Oh, I'll get out of here. Oh, I'm in overtime. Come on, get. You're my turf now. You had your chance. Oh my Lord. I swear, y'all can help. Y'all be clocking and help me too. I'm just saying, like, there's bugs everywhere. I cannot do this by myself. I can't help it. I'm just saying. You just call the bug. That's all she does. You know, she does.
Nice to meet you. Hello. Don't worry, I'm a benevolent ruler. Normally I can control their minds, but I don't think they have any to control.
Yes.
Oh no!
Who are they?
We exterminated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. I was told that this planet was empty except for shrimp. I was told I could be the ruler of the shrimp.
Some big bug eyes.
I don't know what shrimp are, but I've heard they're tasty.
I got this.
Okay. You got this, sword. Mom told you that you can do this. And another attraction they have is Swamp Ghost Monster Museum. We're about to check it out.
How many? All right, you go to the red carpet. Enjoy.
Come on in, y'all. This is against the law. We got to kind of hurry up here so nobody follows us in. Right down there. How you doing? Oh, this one? Okay, good. You know this is against the law, right? Just putting that out there on everybody. So let me introduce myself real quick. I'm sorry if I'm super nervous about it. I may hyperventilate. My name is, I'm a climber. I'm from Urban Exploration Group number 13 from Skeeter Key down in South Florida. I'm used to doing like abandoned phosphate pits and some sugar refineries and stuff like this. This is my legit, really creepy place. I'm just saying, y'all beware, okay? Let me come over here and check this hallway again real quick. So guess what? Y'all are in. I'm gonna sit here and hand out some waivers for you. These are legally binding 100% of the time, which means it's about binding 30% of the time. So y'all gonna be okay, all right? If you fall in a hole, it's your fault, not mine. If something weird happens, that's your fault. It's not mine. What the heck is that thing? Oh my God! Okay. I'm not liable. Y'all are liable. You're in here, not me.
What are you people doing here? Are you here for my secret movie marathon?
Yeah.
Yes. Good answer. You want to go?
Yeah.
This way. This way. Yeah, I know. Employees only. Come on. No one's here. Get in here. Big room for everyone. Welcome to the projector room. Yeah, get in here. There's a lot of people moving everywhere in. Good, good, good. You want to wind up like this guy?
Yeah.
That's the usher.
Oh.
Yeah. Get in here. The first movie I'm going to talk about, 1896's House of the Devil. The first to show you. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is Frankenstein. Originally written by Mary Shelley. Yes, she was 17 years old when she wrote it, and it is the first work of science fiction. A woman invented sci-fi. Can you believe that? And Universal made a famous movie about Frankenstein, but 20 years before that was Thomas Edison's Frankenstein. That's right, you may not know this, but Thomas Edison, the guy who invented the light bulb, made the first Frankenstein film. The film was lost for 70 years and has recently resurfaced this way. The next first we'll talk about is the first Dracula movie ever made. Nosferatu. Made by a German impressionistic filmmaker, he decided not to get the rights from Bram Stoker's wife. Bram Stoker wrote the novel. She sued him, and it's the first and only movie his studio ever got to make. So don't make a movie without getting Bram Stoker's wife's permission. This way. Good. That's Bram Stoker rolling in his grave. The next movie, London After Midnight. Lon Chaney Jr. This movie was made for MGM by the same guy that directed Dracula for Universal. This should be a household name, but no one alive has ever seen the film. In 1957, there was a fire on the MGM backlot, and every copy of London After Midnight was destroyed, so nobody alive has ever seen this film. The last movie we'll talk about, Night of the Living Dead, George Romero's immortal zombie classic. The thing is, zombie we were about to watch is Curse of the Swamp Ghost, the original silent film black and white movie, not the lousy 80s remake they made in 3D. I hate that one. Here's the problem. It's actually a cursed film, and they say an entire theater full of people disappeared while watching it, never to be seen again. Let's watch it, come on. Had an organ player or a pianist that would have to accompany the film because there wouldn't be a soundtrack. Have a seat. Sit down quickly. It's about to start. Sit. Sit down. Take a seat. Good, good. There's no seat. Stand in the back. And now it's starting.
On with the show.
First, let's start with so excited. You're gonna love this. I love it. Yay. Under the back. Curse of the Swamp Ghost, copyright MCXXXIXX. That's practical effects, not CGI. That's the real deal. Oh, look! Boss Man and Savannah and Mike, they're great actors. Oh, there he is. Look, it's the Swamp Ghost. Yay! Get him, Swamp Ghost. Get him. Put the whammy on him. Get him. What? Why are you stopping? What's going on? What? Come on, you shouldn't talk during a movie. Are you talking to me? What are you doing that
discounted prescriptions as being beyond belief. However, reports persisted. Medical examinations of some of the victims bore out the fact that they had been
Oh my god. I hate this.
Okay, Gatorland, I see you. That was pretty cool, actually. They told you a story of like all the films to begin with, and then they had you go through that little scare zone. But hey, man, that was a pretty good scare zone. A lot of cool stuff in there. The characters are really cool, but I recommend that, honestly. Might be a little scary for the little ones, but honestly, that was really cool.
Warm until she learned to eat her vegetables and get rid of all her candy.
Of course, they have a lot more animals here. Here is Costella, a yellow front Amazon. We got Harley and Woodstock. They're going to be a Harlequin macaw. As always, Gatorland providing the noms. I do appreciate that. They got a gator on top of the cupcake and a tombstone. They also had ribs, but was feeling more of the desserts today, so gotta try this out and enjoy it. Hey, just like we got at the theme parks, the Gators get a little misty thing over here. That's pretty neat. Well, that's going to do it from Gatorland Orlando for the Gators, Ghosts, and Goblins event. Had a lot of fun. We got to see some characters, enjoy some music, food, and the new museum. So, yeah, if you like what we do, follow us on our socials, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!